Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special video from Game Informer. I'm Ben Hanson. I'm joined by Jeff Cork.
Hello, Ben Hanson.
And Zak Wojnar.
That's me.
Old Wojnar himself.
It's a statement, not a question.
There we go. Game Informer intern. Get up on that mic there, man.
Yeah.
So here's what's going on. The three of us have never, ever played nor really thought about Voodoo Vince, but the remaster is out now from this 2003 Xbox game. It has been quietly in the works. They've been polishing up this turd, ? We're going to find out today.
This is Phil Spencer's pet project.
It's this and Phantom Dust. He cares so much about these two. So we're playing on Steam. It's also on an Xbox One and, of course, Windows 10.
Okay.
And this is just the ultimate test to see if this game, without any nostalgia for Voodoo Vince, can hold up in 2017.
Okay. So this is a test.
Yep.
Okay.
And I need you to give a grade at the end, Cork.
Okay.
It looks like Psychonauts.
It really does. It's very King's Row. It's very spooky. Spirit of the Forest there from Princess Mononoke.
Very cartoon stylized.
So Vince has a button eye and then some kind of organic eye also?
Gross.
It's really gross.
He's pre-Sackboy.
Yeah, really.
Oh, God, what happened to his arm?
I think there was another voodoo doll that cut off his arm.
It's a gang of people with one arm.
Remastered.
Wait, that guy's got no arms. He's got a hook on one hand.
Where the theremin is really getting a workout.
She can't hold. She's breaking up.
Cosmo's goons had no idea what they were
Huh.
to unleash.
This guy's no joke.
This is a lot of story to get in the way of press X to jump.
Come on, man. Oh,
Cosmo's henchman
you know,
can't steal
Yes?
the secret of my zombie.
it's an original idea. And the Xbox, you know what? You got to celebrate what it had. And this is what the original
You got
Xbox
this.
had.
You got Blinks. You've got Brute Force. You've got Halo. Need I go on?
You shan't.
All of those classics in their own right.
Oh, my lord.
I was trapped
Fusion Frenzy.
on my way to
No joke. Is Brute Force next up for a remaster or a reboot?
A reboot. Oh, boy.
Are we to that point? It's not a bad name.
No. I think another Fusion Frenzy. I think Zach's right.
Yeah.
Party game. People like to party.
Yeah, because they did Fusion Frenzy as a launch title for Xbox 360 and
Right.
Xbox. But they didn't have one for Xbox One.
And you think like with Kinect or something, they could really make it sing, or like HoloLens Fusion Frenzy.
Just like make it terrible with a different gimmick.
Yeah. How many times a day do people ask if you're Christian Slater, Zach?
Not as often as I get Keanu Reeves, but
Keanu Reeves?
yeah.
No.
People are voice blind.
Oh, voice. Okay, I have actually gotten Christian Slater a couple
No,
times.
not your face.
On the phone?
What?
You're like when you call in to like your bank.
No one has
Who
ever.
calls into their bank?
Where do you call into?
Like, nowhere. It's 2017. Who calls anybody?
Who's the last person you talked to on the phone, Zach?
A girl.
Hello. Old Voodoo Veronica, no doubt.
So this is a very good story. You got to get the zombie dust and whatnot.
3D platformers are in. Like when it rains, it pours, and in this case, it's pouring with two: ukulele and Voodoo Vince.
That's not the
That's
voice
the
I was
voice.
expecting at all.
How did you imagine it?
Anything but that. I'm glad that they went that direction. I was thinking it could be like, oh, this hasn't aged well. I can see people being upset about this.
Ooh, he's chipper.
Yeah, he's a bouncy little fella. Also, X's punch. I apologize for
Woof.
thinking that it was going to be some kind of jump.
This is a Larry Bird vertical leap here.
All right.
Lighting, it's got it. All
This
right.
is the interstitial music for an episode of Prairie Home Companion. So old people will appreciate this joke. Thank you.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Buttermilk biscuits.
My muffins. This seems pretty neat.
All right.
It hasn't let us down yet.
Love a good double jump.
Oh,
All right.
Is that a working mirror?
Does anybody want to gamble on this?
Ooh,
I
you're
bet it
gonna
is.
jump into it and find the next level.
All right, let's see if we can see the top of his head. Remaster.
Oh,
There we
my
go,
goodness.
everybody.
That is beautiful.
Slowly strutting.
Can you put your hand against it?
It's cold. It's cold. Remember in the Matrix when Neo is getting sucked into that mirror, and as it's slowly climbing his arm, he says it's cold,
Yeah.
which always stood out to me.
Classic mirror.
But if a mirror was climbing your arm, the temperature would be the last thing on my mind.
You'd be like, help. Okay, head slam.
That's fun.
So where does the voodoo aspect come in? I know that we're still learning how to jump and stuff, but
Notorious punchers.
He's a voodoo doll.
I understand that, but what functionality does that afford him that any other
Double jumps.
creature?
Well,
Like, can he injure himself to damage enemies?
I think that is a mechanic.
Okay.
As far as I understand it.
Because that's a really a missed opportunity otherwise.
Ooh, is that Murder of Crows?
Voodoo Poodoo.
Your voodoo powers are the best way to destroy many monsters at once.
They're really layering on different moves here. Same creative director. Well, the creative director helped out with Deathspank. I know. Just to give you some lineage of development here.
Both.
Who can forget Deathspank?
We love Deathspank.
Did you play Deathspank?
I did. I played all 3 of them.
It had a really interesting, bizarre Animal Crossing camera perspective. Remember that?
Did.
Okay, hang on.
Monsters contain magic beads
What do you think of the soundtrack?
to see your
You still convinced it doesn't fit?
It's very confusing.
Like, if you just heard
I
the
like it.
audio of Voodoo Vince and it was just his voice combined with this program companion soundtrack, you'd be
Yes.
very off-put.
Huh.
I kind of like his voice.
Yeah?
It has a kind of a nice snarky tone. It's like a subdued snark.
Dead monster smell.
He sounds like Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, maybe that's why I like it.
Steve Buscemi is a voodoo doll.
Hang on. So I do have pins in me.
Okay.
Hey guys.
It is the best way to defeat many monsters at once. Is the
And what was the
tutorial
button to
said.
do that?
I think you should have been paying attention.
All right.
You're on the sticks, by the way.
Are they just pieces of flair?
Emotion.
It's Fez.
Yeah.
He looks like a pen.
Yeah. I think his tonsils need some remastering. It's a little pixelated back there.
A little bit.
Okay. You maybe tighten that up a little bit.
Everyone knows timing's really tough in games. I think he's underestimating our little friend here.
Madam Charmaine must be a fool to think a mere pile of cloth and thread can defeat the likes of me. Boss, where's the pickles?
That's good.
So much personality.
Hey,
Before
Zach,
Ratchet
give it up.
Clank, right?
Come on. Yeah, this is the origins of comedy.
There was no comedy before this.
Where was I? Oh yeah. Fool! How can you hope to save Madam Charmaine when you face?
I want to know what the Voodoo Vince community is like. Not in a disparaging way, but I really want to know, like, is there like a subreddit that's active that's just been counting down the days till this? Mm-hmm. I have never encountered this world, but I bet it's out there.
What are you doing?
Should probably make a good like Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone reference this game, like fondly or otherwise.
How do they reference it?
Not at all.
Never mess with a voodoo doll, Poindexter. Freaking idiot.
Hmm.
Dragging me out on a night like this. Might as well get this show on the road, though. Can't believe they want a 10-inch voodoo doll.
So this game
Okay.
invented cynicism, which was pretty cool.
And it's a strong tradition through today, as you can tell. All right. Oh.
You're gonna want that.
Legs have good mojo. Every 100.
Oh, you're almost there, buddy.
expands your health meter.
This is going to be great once I actually get it. Uh-huh. Oh my gosh, look at this.
It's almost like it's leading you there.
Every console... I think the original Xbox is fun to look back at. Just they're being a little experimental. They felt
Yeah.
like they had to hit every corner of the market, right? You have your Fusion Frenzy Mario Party.
Yep.
3D platformers are big. Let's go for that. They
So
were
they're
funding
really
Psychonauts.
experimenting. We need one of all.
Give us one of everything. We'll
Yep.
throw it up on the wall, see what sticks. And it turns
Yep.
out what sticks is Halo and KOTOR. That's
Yeah.
stuck. And both are strong today.
Up.
Oof.
Action pads like this one allow you to do special things.
That was pretty cool. Oh,
So
no.
This seems neat. Zach, what was the last 3D platformer you got into?
The last three. Well, I do love 3D platformers. I would have had Ukulele, but I don't have it. But I want it.
Okay.
I will be getting it in due time.
I think you'll have a fine time with it. If you really like the old Rare stuff. Otherwise, you'll be miserable.
Well, I haven't played too much Banjo-Kazooie,
Okay.
but it was more like Spyro the Dragon.
Now we're talking.
That was my jam.
Spyro, I feel like, is still underrated to today. I went back and played Crash 2 and Spyro not that long ago, and I've always been a Crash guy, but
too.
you just cannot discredit Spyro. Like it holds up so much better than the Crash series. I understand it goes off the rails. By the third one, they have 6,000 characters, but I still think that first one is amazing.
I can't imagine that if the Crash Bandicoot trilogy doesn't, that if it does well, they won't follow up with the Spyro trilogy.
Yeah, they really should, shouldn't they?
Because that's Activision also, right?
Yes.
Skylanders.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if there's as much of a fan base, because Crash, it seemed like, even though the games are different, the quality kind of sustained, plateaued, but the impression I have is that everybody considers Spyro 2 and 3, like, dipping in quality. I'm sure there's people that are nostalgic for them, but it's kind of that, I don't know if you remember, but in Lego Jurassic World, where they remastered, or they made game versions of Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3, it's like that weird thing where it's like, well, I guess technically we have to do 3 just to have the bundle, but I don't know who's really excited for it.
Yeah. Who wants? Oh God.
Is that a good thing?
I can't tell if that was what you're...
Okay, you did it.
What?
So I became Flower?
How did that happen? Oh, by killing yourself. It...
I think maybe we don't understand voodoo. Do you want to look up voodoo on Wikipedia real quick, Cork?
Santeria?
So here's the mechanics.
Okay.
We need to just jump into things where we think we're going to die.
Right. Embrace it.
Right.
Is he an invincible hero?
Are you pressing the right button, Hanson?
Yeah. Press X to use.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Well, it can get-
I hit that before.
It can get confusing because on the PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox, the X button is in 3 different places.
No confusion here, fellas. I was hitting the right button.
No problem.
There we go. I will take that. Thank you.
That's just a poster.
Oh.
It's not real.
Am I out of my mind?
Look around. Break some
You wanna
stuff.
climb
Get
up there?
Ah.
Huh?
The old pig docks.
Oof.
Reminds me of our Congress.
Heyo.
Fat cats in Washington. Pork belly policies. Sheesh. That could be started.
Most impressive, but you'll never make it past the piggy bank of doom.
Is that syphilis or a mole?
How dare you, sir?
It's a Cheerio that's stuck on his face.
With the remaster, they actually had to question that. Like, we got to update this texture. What was it we were going for?
Yeah, I don't think they updated the textures.
I think they did. This is a classic case. I'm sure if you went back and looked at that original, you'd be shocked. Just startled.
This must
Yeah.
be the laziest monster ever. First thing I gotta do is wake him up if I want to get past.
So I need to turn myself into something. Camera control has
Electricity.
stopped being an option here.
Okay.
He even looks a little like Steve Buscemi.
How dare you?
National Treasure.
He is a national... Wait, was he a National Treasure?
Yep. Hey, fellas. The spin is just a good universal move. I think Voodoo Vince had it. Mario eventually had it by Galaxy.
Yep.
Everybody's catching on.
Well, yeah, all those 3D games where you have a punch, you can only punch in one direction. So if you miss, it's kind of a hassle lining up.
Absolutely. Here we go. You guys ready?
I'm ready. Here it comes.
Shh.
Do it.
How close do I have to be?
Just do it now.
Is that a good fart sound?
Okay, now what? Oh.
So I hurt myself in different ways.
Uh-huh.
And then...
Oh, a symbol. And now you can wake up the...
thank
The
you.
pig.
Correct. And then it inflicts on the enemy.
Correct.
Was there like a glowing outline around them? Or how do I know which enemy it's going to
I think if
inflict
you
it on?
are close to the guy...
All right, let's see what we can do to this.
I don't know if you have enough
Techno-frog.
beads.
Oh, yeah?
What?
If you don't have enough beads, you just let out a good old-fashioned fart.
Okay, you need to take your top off.
Okay, so I can't... Oh, I can still spin when I'm holding this. All right.
That's nice. You don't drop it.
Yeah. Oh, well,
No, you
you know
did.
what? Teach their own. Here we go. Now, how
Just
do we
ignore
get
him.
back up?
Get back up there. Yeah, some kind of springy platform.
Do
right?
frogs have wings?
Depends.
Yeah, some African frogs have been known to spontaneously sprout wings in a single wing environment.
Nature finds a way.
Life finds a way.
Yeah, this is an interesting design. Cork,
Yeah.
do you think you'd ever go play another 3D platformer? You feel like you got those out of your system about a decade ago?
No, I enjoy the genre.
Yeah?
I don't play a whole lot of them anymore, but
Well, like, does Skylanders kind of scratch that itch? I know you play a lot of those.
yeah, I haven't played. I don't think I played the last one, but yeah. You're on the right track.
I like the open world Lego games got a little better about that.
About what?
Having a 3D platformer thing. You know, the Lego games from Star Wars on were kind of sort of 3D platformers.
There's
But
a little jumping and sliding and crawling through tunnels and stuff.
yeah,
They
but
were
it
like-
wasn't as tight.
Oh, God.
Falling off platforms. That was really nice, Hanson.
Did you see?
I saw
Yeah.
that. That
God
was
bless
really
any
good.
game that has a nice ledge.
Wade's gonna
grab.
show that in slow mo right now. Show
Don't do that
how
to
good
poor Wade
was.
in the booth.
Yeah,
All right, you guys ready?
I'm
this
ready.
pig's not
This
going
is
to know how to
be
hit
good.
him.
It's a sound wave.
It's a sound wave, correct.
Get ready.
Voodoo percussionist. There we go.
Oh, get on that pad. Get on the pad.
Is this? I think he has to get on the pad.
Yeah, you did.
Now, shouldn't that have hurt him?
Well, I wasn't aimed at him.
Do not try this at home.
Ah,
Move over, Gex.
All right, this time, Cork.
Yeah.
Is he, so he is a piggyback.
Stand on that thing.
Yeah, there we go.
aha.
It's a very elaborate setup for that.
So that triggered that. All right.
What, no cash? Some piggy bank?
Cork, can you look up on your phone who did the voice for Voodoo Vince?
For Voodoo Vince.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me do it. My eye Wade.
Your what?
My eye Wade. Hey, Wade.
Hey, Wade in the booth, you want to look up who did the voice of Voodoo Vince, please?
It'd be great if it was Dana Gould, because he also did Gex, right?
That's true. I asked him to be on a replay once because I wanted to talk about Gex, and he said, "You'd be amazed how many people talk to me about that." And I said, "Really?" And he goes, "No," because he's a professional comedian. Oh my gosh!
So this area, as the lady said, ruled by 2 gas pumps. So look out.
Is that what she said?
That's what she said. Okay.
Again, it's confusing when your character is supposed to take damage, and that's kind of his
Sometimes,
gimmick.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's like,
Have been friends.
I guess throwing a voodoo doll into a pit would not really do much.
Mm-mm.
And I'm still unclear. Does voodoo work? I've been meaning to ask you.
Is voodoo real?
Yeah.
Or is it just me?
It's as real as you make it.
Yeah, I think you have to believe in it for it to work.
Gotcha.
So the guy who did the voice for Vince, his name is Ken Boynton, and he also did voices for Halo, and his most recent project was the PA city voice in Destiny.
Really? So he's a big Bungie guy. So it's just part of the Xbox family. That's interesting.
What does the PA voice say? The white zone is for loading and unloading.
Sweepers sweeping.
Grimoire.
Skills resetting.
So what did he do in Halo?
He was kind of like background voices. He did a lot of brute voices, the big rough aliens.
Ow.
I always thought the brute sounded like Steve Buscemi.
He's a versatile actor.
Yeah.
All right.
Horace and Pete.
Now, are you going to be able to automatically like adhere to that pole?
That's the question.
Or
Zach, what's your call?
Or are you going to have to double jump all the way
double
across?
jump.
Ignore the
Go
pole.
for the double jump.
If it didn't have the sign, it'd be clearly one of those spinny video game things.
Yeah.
Right.
But all right. It's
We really overthought that.
turns out that was quite easy. Also, that hover, it really has everybody's move. It's got the Yoshi hover. It's got the spin attack.
Can you hit that ceiling fan with your head?
Or will it like say, oh,
It's
okay.
adorable.
Not bad. Not bad, Voodoo Vince.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping it would like knock him into the wall.
Oh, here are those two gas pumps we heard so much about.
Do you think these are
They do exist.
Phil's favorite characters?
Absolutely.
Collect the precursor orbs.
Burlap Boy.
Wow, I think Media Molecule totally ripped him off.
There is a nice trend for cool textures in games, right? Little Big Planet was going for it. Then you got Kirby's Epic Yarn. Great
Yep.
look.
Yep.
Hey, watch it, ugly.
Thousands of others.
That could use a little finessing that line, but whatever.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
What's your call?
Set yourself on fire.
Is that really what I need to do?
Yeah, what does the sign say?
Long-haired freaky people.
Yeah.
I'm mad.
He said, I'm mad, he said.
Character motivations. You know, if I were a gambling man, I'd say the community watching this right now has a pretty good sense about whether or not they're interested in playing Voodoo Vince
Yeah.
Remastered. So at this point, is it a job well done?
They might just think we're
I
idiots.
think it's a job well done.
It is a job done
Yeah.
indeed.
I wonder how many people are like looking carefully at Voodoo Vince's model, trying to make a Voodoo Vince of their own and jamming it. They're naming it Ben Hanson. Like, smashing its head against the wall.
Oh, that sounds about right. Well, I'm impressed that Microsoft released this on day one on Steam. Zach, Jeff Cork, thank you so much for joining me on
Thanks
this
for
little
having
adventure
us.
today.
Hey.
And thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time. Bye.